Hello and welcome to Fighting Tutorials Remake Edition. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to know the setup for your fighter. And for those who want to know the details as to my upload dates and why I didn't start these earlier, I'll explain at the end. Without further ado, here's the basics you should know before you start playing. Starting with the top bar, this will stay the same no matter what fighter you play. The top bar should always go in this order: settings, callouts, stickers, questions, info about your fighter, and chat. Settings is pretty basic, just how you want your sensitivity, ping, graphics, team colors, and more. I usually keep mine at the standard you start with, but I did change my team colors. I believe you start with one team red, one team blue, but I changed mine to pink and yellow. Of course, you can change it too, whatever colors you'd like. Up next is call-outs. You can use these to communicate with your team without the other team knowing your plan. Most commonly used is the hello, finisher, charge, group up, help, heal, and fallback. Then, onto stickers. These are more used at random or not at all. You can earn some stickers by getting a fighter's achievement. Next is question, info. This just gives you the information on what each of your fighters' abilities do. And finally, chat. This just makes the chat appear and disappear. How to change the skin on your fighter first? You have to get a skin, either by buying one or winning. A festival there might be other, whereas I just don't know them. And all you do is swipe to the left until you get your desired skin. Use the clip again in case you didn't see. Moving on to abilities and using Vine Staff and Sword as examples, Vine Staff is the ability to reload. Like many of the other supports and ranged, to tell if your fighter can reload, check right above your abilities. Learning to reload comes in handy with your primary M1. Almost all fighters that reload only need to because of their primary. Next, M2, EQ, and finisher. All of these are labeled finisher, is F, and have their own abilities. Every fighter has these. Among these is the primary, or M1, which is the large gray box by your jump button. This is very important, especially play and support, but I'll get into that another day. The middle crossbar can be important, but really you can ignore it unless you are playing fighters that specifically have their ammo ability reliant attacks on it, such as Vine with the seeds. And finally, zoom. It just zooms in your screen. I find this only useful with hyperlaser or from a far distance. With fighters who don't have ammo, they might have a charge ability like Sword. As you can probably see, Sword has a sword where the ammo would be. This charges over time, depending on how much damage you deal. I'll go into more depth about it when it's Sword's tutorial. For stronger fighters, such as Biographed, they don't even get an extra charge. Biographed is a speedy, high-damaging melee. He doesn't need an attack to boost his strength. Also, I forgot to mention this, but you tap here to switch fighters. Scheduling and why I didn't get to work on this sooner. Don't expect weekly uploads like how I used to do. Soon enough, school will be starting up again, and I'll be balancing it with homework and work, so I likely won't have much time for myself, let alone to make tutorials for a Roblox game. I don't plan to give this up, but I don't want to feel pressured to have a video up every week. So really, all I'm asking is to give me time, and I promise I will eventually get some tutorials out. That's all. Thank you so much for all the attention on the original tutorials and for your patience. But for now, bye.